Naruto 636. This was brilliant. I absolutely loved this chapter. For everything that was saying to Gengetsu, you're absolutely correct. And for anyone that read this chapter just one time, you probably, just my suggestion, you might want to go back and reread at least the first part where they've got the cutscenes from the past Kumite, battle, Obito and Kakashi, and the present one, because it's brilliant. I think since it's a fight scene, at least what I did the first time, I kind of flew through it, right? So, but I went back and looked at it, and it's just the way that Kishimoto has these panels mixed together. It's just brilliant. I mean, the idea of it, of course, but it's just the way it was actually executed. The execution is just brilliant on it. So I would strongly suggest that if you've only looked at it one time, or not, it's up to you. Now, finally, Kakashi sees, and like I say, because of that, it's just so clear. Kakashi's like, okay, this guy isn't the past Obito to protect, the past Obito and present Naruto. I got to kill, current Obito, and that was the title of this chapter, which actually pretty spot on too. I really like that. So I like it. It was awesome. As a matter of fact, a lot of things made a lot of sense. And let's go ahead and get to Madara. Okay, and even Obito losing, everything is just holding up exactly as everything has been set up. That's what happened in the past. That's what's happening now. Obito once again gets his butt kicked from Kakashi. History keeps repeating itself, and there's a lot of that in this series. And then he leaves. Now, that's the only part of it that I had, well, really two things. The only part that I had a big problem with was, Kakashi should have been able to stop him if he really wanted to, because they both have the same line to cancel it out. But that's, that to me was the biggest, but I don't think it's going to bother a lot of people because of what happens later. Also, I think a lot of people might have felt a little bit upset that we had this battle and neither one of them are killed. But Kishimoto was brilliant in this. Whatever issues you might have with the story right now, with what Madara's done, okay, we now see Madara's real plan, okay? Of course, he had fail-safes. This has been discussed. So he's using this fail-safe, Dark Zetsu, right? It looks like, remember, he pieced together Obito the monster. Okay, so the fail-safes make sense. And because we see that Madara he just wanted to have one last, battle with Hashirama before he becomes human again and becomes the Jinchuriki. All this makes sense now. So my complaining in particular and other people about Madara just being sidelined, it all makes sense now. So this is brilliant. I love this. I'm totally geeking out on this chapter. Now, yeah. So this was pretty much about it. We're left with the whole scene of Obito. I mean, basically, there's Hashirama. I mean, it's just like Madara. Everything is holding up exactly consistently, right? There's Hashirama, there's Madara, and then there's everybody else. And Madara just keeps reminding everybody, you're everybody else. So, now, a couple quick things before I go ahead and end the video. Rin, okay, just a few scenes. Her coming back in some form or seeing her again, she was a Jinchuriki. Let's remember that. And that's kind of a lot of what's going on. Also, if I remember correctly, Obito took her body away. So the idea that she would come back in some form and play some role actually makes some sense. And now seeing the state that is Obito in, and then, Kishimoto showed us the panels and a rather large one at the bottom with Rin, she could be the thing that helps bring Obito back to his senses to some level. Because it isn't going to be Kakashi. That was his rival. He just has hate for him, There's too much hate mixed in with the love, if you want to say. With Rin, there's not really any hate. So, but anyway, that's it. Awesome chapter. Absolutely loved it. It's fantastic. But as we know on this channel, my review, okay, is just the beginning. It's your comments, it's your insight, it's your participation that makes this channel awesome. Love it. Anybody can be an anime fan. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.